Hello everyone, and welcome to this training session on material transfer with confirmation in the Onfinity system. In this session, we will learn how inventory movements are initiated and also confirmed. This ensures both accuracy and accountability in stock management. Let's start by reviewing the agenda for today. The agenda includes understanding the concept of material transfer with confirmation in the Onfinity system. Then we will walk through the step-by-step process. Finally, we'll examine a real-world use case to see how this process is used in practice. Next, we have the objective. The objective of this session is to help you understand material transfer with confirmations and the terms associated with it in the context of business processes. This also aims to help you test the material transfer with confirmation process in the context of business requirements. Before we proceed, let's quickly go over the prerequisites. You will need access to the Onfinity platform, and you'll need a valid user ID and password to log in. Also, the tenant setup and organization configuration should already be completed and available for use. Let's begin by understanding what a material transfer actually is. A material transfer, also known as an inventory transfer, refers to physically moving inventory from one location to another. It's basically the movement of materials to ensure they are available when and where they're needed. Businesses execute material transfers to improve on-hand inventory levels at locations with high demand. This can help optimize orders so they reach customers faster and more affordably. Material transfers are often carried out to meet regional demand and to optimize overall order fulfillment. When inventory is distributed in different warehouses in an organization, it's usually called transfer among warehouses, to move it from one warehouse to another as needed. If you're moving inventory from one organization to another, it's called transfer among organizations. Collectively, these are called inventory movement. In the Onfinity system, the material transfer screen is used to record inventory movement, and the material transfer confirmation screen is for recording the confirmation of those movements. Once the concept is clear, the next step is to identify the process flow configuration tasks that must be set up before creating a material transfer. To record a material transfer with confirmation, there are some prerequisites that must be available in the system. These include the document type, warehouse and locator, the product itself, and the unit of measure. These setups ensure that transactions are recorded correctly, documents are generated consistently, and stock levels are updated in real time. Let's now move forward to the material transfer with confirmation use case. To better understand the material transfer with confirmation process, we will look at a practical example. Walking through the steps in a real-world scenario will help us see how a material transfer with confirmation is carried out in the Onfinity system. In this scenario, Sonic Ventures, a leading organization, operates a central warehouse, Sonic Ventures Warehouse, in Delhi, and a regional distribution center, Sonic Ventures Mohali Warehouse, in Mohali. A warehouse supervisor at Sonic Ventures identifies the need to move 20 units of Realme Q2 earbuds and 10 units of Redmi Note 10 with 128 GB of storage from Sonic Ventures Warehouse to Sonic Ventures Mohali Warehouse because of regional demand. Using the material movement screen, the manager selects the movement type as material transfer with confirmation. Then they select the source and destination warehouses and enter the material details and quantity. The system validates stock availability and generates a material transfer confirmation document. This represents the start of the process and shows how a material transfer with confirmation begins in practice. Before we move on to the step-by-step execution of this use case, let's first review the material transfer with confirmation process flowchart. This will give us a clear picture of how the process is structured within the Onfinity system. The process begins on the material transfer screen, where the inventory manager enters all the details related to the transfer. Once the record is processed, the system generates a material transfer confirmation document. After the materials physically reach the requesting warehouse, The receiving staff confirms the products and quantities to complete the transaction. This provides a simple overview of the process flow. Next, let's move on to the execution of our use case. Once the physical transfer of the item is completed, the receiving warehouse accesses the material transfer confirmation screen. The receiver verifies the quantity and condition of the goods, confirms the receipt, and posts the confirmation. The system updates stock levels in both locations and logs the transaction for audit purposes. Now that we've covered the conceptual part, including the process flow, prerequisites, and a real-world use case, we are ready to move into the Onfinity system and see how the material transfer with confirmation process is carried out step by step in practice. To begin, open the Onfinity link in your browser. On the Onfinity login page, enter your user ID. Then enter your password and click Login to access the Onfinity system. After logging in, you will arrive at the Onfinity homepage. Multiple mosaics are displayed here. Some mosaics may appear empty if no relevant transactions have been recorded yet, so you can ignore the empty mosaics for now. To process the material transfer with confirmation, we first need to open the material transfer screen. You can do this by searching for material transfer in the menu search utility, or you can navigate through the material management module. Then under storage operations, you will find the material transfer. Click on material transfer to open the screen. Once the material transfer screen opens, you will land on the material transfer landing page. On the material transfer screen's landing page, you will also see mosaics specifically designed for material transfer. Here, you have the advanced search filter. It allows you to search and view records based on different criteria. These searches can also be saved in the system for future use. You can view any record simply by clicking on the hyperlink in the advanced mosaic. For example, let's open the record created in this month using the This Month Material Transfer Advanced Search. This will display the record. If you want to remove a selected filter, simply close it from the search record field. To create a new advanced filter, click on Custom Condition in the Filter section. Select the column or field on which you want to create the filter. For instance, let's create a filter based on created by. Once the column is selected, choose the user in the query value. For this example, we will add a query for Sonic Admin and click Add. The records matching this query will now appear. If you want to save this filter as an advanced filter, click Save, give it a name, let's say Created by, and click the tick mark. The filter will be saved successfully. To display this saved filter on the landing page, click the Lookup Record option along with the search record field of the material transfer. The Lookup Record form will open. Here, mark Show on Landing Page as true. You can also select the target view in which the records should be displayed by default while using the filter. For this example, we will choose Grid View and click OK. After this, close the Lookup Record page, move back to the landing page, and refresh your advanced search mosaic. You will now see your saved Created by filter displayed in the advanced search mosaic. The next mosaic available on the material transfer landing page is the From Warehouse mosaic. It indicates the warehouse from which the items have been moved. You can use this to filter records based on the source warehouse. Similarly, there is a To Warehouse mosaic. It allows you to filter records based on the requesting warehouse. You can also filter records based on the document status. You also have the Material Issue Form mosaic. This allows you to directly open the material issue form, from where you can directly create either a material transfer or an inventory use record, instead of navigating through the main screen. The record created from this form will still be updated in the respective screens. The form provides a centralized option to create transactions. We will cover the material issue form in detail in a separate session. Next, we have the Pending Transfers and Expected Transfers mosaics. Both of these mosaics are used to display the requisitions that have been created for material transfers. These requisitions can then be used to initiate a material transfer directly from these mosaics. In the Pending Transfers mosaic, you will find requisitions whose required date has already passed. In the Expected Transfers mosaic, you will see all requisitions whose required date is either today or in the future. For now, we have only one open requisition. To use this particular requisition to create a material transfer from the Expected Transfers mosaic, you simply need to click on the requisition document number. By clicking on the document number, the product lines will appear. You can then select the line or lines that you want to include in the material transfer. After selecting the product line or lines, the Generate Material Transfer button will become enabled. You just need to click on Generate Material Transfer button to generate the material transfer. For this session, we will not use the Generate Material Transfer option, as the current use case does not involve creating material against a requisition. Next, we have a few charts on the material transfer screen. One of these charts, Top 10 Highest Stock Products, displays the products with the highest stock levels in the warehouse. Another chart, Top 10 Product Movement, shows the top 10 products that have been used in material transfers. This chart will only display data once there are completed material transfer records. Since we do not have any completed transfers at the moment, no data is currently shown. For now, let's create a new record. You can create a material transfer directly from the landing page using the New Record mosaic, or you can navigate to the record screen and click New Record there. For this demonstration, we will return to the landing page and create the record using the New Record mosaic. Simply click on the New Record mosaic. This will open the material transfer screen in single record view, ready for data entry. First, select the organization under which you want to create the material transfer. If required, you can also add an Incoterm. Incoterms define the specific terms and conditions under which the material transfer occurs. Next, you need to select the document type. By default, the system provides a document type called Material Movement, which is designed for direct material transfers without confirmation. In our case, however, we are creating a material transfer with confirmation, so the document type must be configured with confirmation settings. To configure a confirmation document type, we will zoom the same material movement document type record from the document type field options. Click on the hyperlink of the document type name to view it in single record view, where all the details and configurations of this document type are displayed. This existing material movement document type is used for material transfers that do not require confirmation. If we want to perform a material transfer with confirmation, we need to create a new document type configured with the appropriate confirmation settings. All other details, such as the document base type and posting category, will remain the same as in the original document type. So, we can simply copy the existing material movement document type record. For a comprehensive understanding of all fields and options on the document type screen, you may refer to the dedicated training session on document types. Once the record is copied, we can make it suitable for material transfers with confirmation by renaming the copied record as Material Movement with Confirmation. We can also update the print text to indicate that this is an inventory move with confirmation. Similarly, we can modify the search key while creating the document type. For the confirmation document, we can replace the last letter M with C, resulting in a key such as MMC_MMC. For now, we will keep the same document sequence. To configure the document type for confirmation, we need to mark the In-Transit checkbox as true. Once this is selected, additional fields related to the confirmation process will be displayed, allowing us to configure the confirmation settings. In the confirmation document field, we need to select Move Confirmation as the document type for confirmation. This is the document that will be used on the material transfer confirmation screen. If there is any scrapped quantity during the material transfer, we can also define how it should be processed. For instance, if a quantity is entered in the scrap field on the material transfer confirmation screen, we can configure it as internal use inventory to be processed through an inventory use transaction for internal consumption purposes. If there is any difference in the movement quantity at the time of confirmation, it is necessary to record this discrepancy. This can be managed through the Difference Document field. For instance, let's assume we want to create a material transfer for the difference. In this case, we select Material Movement in the Document Type field specifically for this difference. The system will then generate a new draft material transfer record for the difference quantity. This draft serves as a medium to move the items as required and indicates the discrepancy, eliminating the need to manually create a separate record for the movement. Once all configurations are complete, simply save the record by clicking on the Save Record button. Let's return to the Material Transfer screen. First, refresh the Document Type field. You will now see the newly created document type, Material Movement with Confirmation, available for selection. Go ahead and select it. As per our use case, the From warehouse is Sonic Ventures warehouse, and the To warehouse, or the Requesting warehouse, is Sonic Ventures Mohali warehouse. You may also notice a warehouse from the Sonic Solutions organization. This is because material transfers can be performed across different organization warehouses within the same tenant. Material transfers can be executed in several ways. They may occur within a single warehouse, where items are moved from one locator to another. Transfers can also take place between different warehouses within the same organization, or across warehouses belonging to different organizations under the same tenant. In our example, we are performing a material transfer within the same organization, moving items between two different warehouses. We will proceed by selecting Sonic Ventures Mohali Warehouse as the To warehouse. Next, we need to save the Material Transfer Header tab record by clicking on the Save Record button. Once the header is saved, we can move to the Lines tab to enter the details of the product lines. The Lines tab button allows us to navigate to the Lines tab of the Material Transfer screen, where all product line information will be recorded. On the header, we also have the Create Line from Requisition button. This button allows you to add product lines directly from an existing requisition. By clicking on Create Line from Requisition, the corresponding page will open where you can select the required requisition. We will not go into further details on this process right now. This will be covered in a separate session where we will explore how material transfers can be created against requisitions in more detail. You may close this page for now. Additionally, we have the Create Line from Cart button. Clicking this opens the Create Lines from Cart page, which allows you to insert lines from an existing cart. The cart functionality has already been covered in a previous session. If you would like to review how to create a cart in the system, you can refer to the dedicated session on the Inventory Count form. For this demonstration, we will create lines from the available cart, generic cart. Let's select the cart, which will open the corresponding product lines. As per our use case, select the products Realme Q2 earbuds and Redmi Note 10. Next, select the From locator and To locator for each product. Once the selections are made, click on the Create Lines button, and the product lines will be inserted into the material transfer. Since our use case involves specific quantities, we need to update the quantities accordingly. 20 units of Realme Q2 earbuds and 10 units of Redmi Note 10. You may directly enter or modify the quantities in the composite view by updating the entered quantity field. After making the necessary changes, ensure that you save the record to retain the updates. Alternatively, the same adjustments can be made by navigating to the Lines tab. Click on the Lines tab button to access the product lines and update the quantities as required. You can view a line record in Single Record View by clicking on Product Hyperlink and edit the details as required. We will not go into the details of all fields on the Lines tab in this session. These will be covered in the upcoming session dedicated to material transfer. After verifying the line details, navigate back to the header by clicking on the Home button. To complete the material transfer, click on the Complete Document Action button in the header panel and confirm by selecting OK. The material transfer screen contains a header panel with important fields such as organization, to warehouse, document number, movement date, and document status. The header panel provides a quick overview of the transaction and remains visible while working on the Lines tab, ensuring that key details are always accessible. Once the document is completed, the document status will change to In Progress, indicating that the transfer has been initiated from the From warehouse and is now being processed to reach the To warehouse, which is the requesting warehouse. Once the transfer has been processed using the confirmation document type, it indicates that the items have reached the requesting warehouse and are now awaiting confirmation. The confirmation document number will be displayed at the bottom of the material transfer screen. The same record can be accessed at the requesting warehouse to process the material transfer confirmation. The responsible person needs to open the material transfer confirmation screen. This can be done either by searching for Material Transfer Confirmation in the menu Search Utility, or by navigating to Material Management, then under Storage Operations, select and open the Material Transfer Confirmation screen. On the Material Transfer Confirmation screen, the relevant confirmation record will be available. Click on the confirmation document number hyperlink to open the record in Single Record View. Here, you will find all the details of the record, including the products, quantities, and associated information required to complete the confirmation process. At this stage, you need to confirm the quantity of items that have been received. The target quantity represents the quantity that was originally planned to be transferred, in our case, 10 units for the Redmi Note 10 and 20 units for the Realme Q2 earbuds. The Confirm Quantity field is used to record the actual quantity received. Confirmation can be performed directly in the composite view or by navigating to the Confirmation Lines tab, clicking on the Review Confirmation Lines button. Here, you can click on the Material Transfer Line hyperlink to view the record in Single Record View. Within the Confirmation Lines tab, several options are available to the responsible person managing the transfer. For example, you can select the receiving locator where the items will be stored. By default, the locator is pre-populated based on the material transfer, but it can be changed if multiple locators are available in the receiving warehouse. Quantities can be confirmed directly using the Confirm Quantity field. Other details such as the material transfer line, product name, attribute set instance, unit of measure, and target quantity are automatically populated from the material transfer record. In the Confirm Quantity field, if we enter 8 to confirm 8 units of Redmi Note 10, or let's enter Confirm Quantity as 7. In this case, the difference field will reflect a discrepancy of 3 units. For instance, if you receive 8 units of a product, but 1 unit does not meet the required quality standards, you can record it as scrapped quantity. To manage scrapped quantities, there is a scrap locator where these items can be stored separately, potentially in a different locator. However, in our current scenario, there are only locators available in the receiving warehouse, so we will not select a scrap locator and will use the default locator instead. After making these entries, ensure that you save the line record. For the Realme Q2 earbuds, all units have been received without discrepancies, so no further adjustments are required. The Material Transfer Confirmation screen contains a header panel, which provides essential information such as organization, document type, material transfer confirmation number, material transfer number, document status, and the Complete Document Action button, which is used to process and complete the record. After verifying and confirming all details on the Lines tab, navigate back to the Header tab. To complete the confirmation record, click on the Complete Document Action button in the Header panel and confirm by selecting OK. Based on this confirmation, the related document numbers will be generated automatically. The 1 unit recorded as scrapped quantity will be used to create an inventory use transaction, with the corresponding document number generated according to the settings defined in the document type. To review this, navigate to the Inventory Use screen, accessible under Storage Operations within the Material Management module. This will also display the Inventory Use landing page. The mosaics here have features similar to those in the material transfer screen. Next, click on the View Record mosaic to open the Inventory Use records. Here, you will see the created record. Click on the Inventory Use number hyperlink to open it in Single Record View. You will notice that one quantity is recorded here. If you return to the Material Transfer screen and refresh the record, the document status will now be updated to Completed. For the Readme Note 10, the entered quantity and movement quantity have been updated to 8. We confirmed 8 units, with 7 units received properly and 1 unit recorded as scrap. By clicking the back button, you can also view other records in the grid view. As per the difference quantity setting in the material movement, a new material transfer record has been created. The record number is 610,002. Select this record and click on the document number hyperlink to open it in Single Record View. This record is created with 2 quantities. There are 2 different quantities that need to be transferred, but which have not yet been confirmed. On the Material Transfer screen, you will also see a tab button for E-Way Bill Details. This tab is used for invoicing and e-billing purposes. Click on the E-Way Bill Details button to navigate to the tab. Here, you need to enter all the e-billing details. This process will be covered in detail in the dedicated e-billing session. To add a record, click on Add New Record and enter all the required details, which will also be explained in the dedicated e-billing session. Once you have linked and entered all the required details on the available E-Way Details tabs, the Generate E-Way Bill button will become available after completing the record. You can use the Generate E-Way Bill button to generate the E-Way bill for the material transfer. This will also be explained further in the dedicated session on e-billing. If you want to check the print of this document, simply click on Print, select the required print format, and you will be able to view the material transfer printout, including details of the From Warehouse to Warehouse and item descriptions. The phone number, email, and contact details are fetched from the organization. Since these have not been maintained for now, the information is appearing blank. Now let's move back to the presentation. Our next topic is the Material Transfer Mosaic, which we have already covered during the walkthrough. From the Create View mosaic, we can view all existing records or add a new record directly. The Advanced Search option allows us to search and filter records. Similarly, the From Warehouse and to Warehouse mosaics are also used for filtering the records. We also have the Statistics mosaics, which include the Material Issue Form to open the Material Issue Form, Pending Transfers and Expected Transfers, which allow us to create material transfers based on open requisitions. Lastly, we have analytical charts, such as the top 10 product movements and top 10 highest stock products, which help us analyze the records effectively. Thank you for attending. We hope you now understand how to manage and confirm material transfers in Onfinity. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out.